Think about the last time that you were in a dark room. If you wanted that to change, what did you do? Did you turn off the darkness? Of course not. Obviously, it makes no sense to attempt to make physical darkness go away by shutting it off. And yet, we often assume that this will work with emotional and mental darkness. Rather than trying to turn off the darkness in the room, we all know what to do. Just turn on the light, right? In the laws of the universe, light governs darkness. Once light comes, darkness has to leave. You see, darkness cannot exist where light is. In fact, darkness, by definition, is the absence of light. The same thing is true with this struggle. If we want to step away from pornography or other unwanted sexual behaviors, we have to do something more than focusing our energies on battling the darkness itself. More than only turning away from this stuff, the question is, what are we turning toward? As we've quoted before, the secret of change is to focus all of our energy, as one author said, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. You may not even feel that you can leave pornography behind forever quite yet, but how about dedicating some extra care to how well you sleep or what you eat? What about your level of exercise or improving the relationships in your life? Even if you can't walk away from pornography yet, you can still walk toward other changes in your life that can strengthen you. In a sense, every moment becomes a chance to move toward or away from this challenge. Let's say this in another way. Have you ever heard anyone say, "Hey, wait a minute, this isn't just about pornography. There's a lot of other things going on in people's lives that we need to be paying attention to"? Well, they're right. An exclusive focus on pornography alone misses the mark, especially if we're serious about reaching a life free from this stuff. Until we take a closer, more careful look at all the other things under the surface that can influence pornography use, it's going to be hard to get a handle on what's happening. If you can begin to make these adjustments, and you're serious about them, your days of pornography use may be numbered, because it can't withstand true, healthy, and vibrant living. Filling your life with anything good and anything that fills you and lifts you will mean the darkness will have far less opportunity to bully you. Ultimately, this is about building a life that's so good that pornography becomes a nuisance rather than a persuasive distraction or a controlling dictator. So, what does that look like? What kinds of things and activities are we talking about? To help you explore these possibilities, we've spent a lot of time reviewing research on anything that can set people up for this kind of a problem. It's important to know that while you will sometimes hear talk of the cause of an addiction or harmful habit, there is no single cause for pornography problems, no one thing responsible for it all. Rather, there are many things that can set us up for destructive patterns in our lives. Scientists call these contributors or risk factors or vulnerabilities. Based on our own review of the risk factor research, we've identified several different areas that deserve some attention. Because there are lots of them, we've summarized them in a few different surveys for you. In the upcoming sections, you'll be able to take these surveys or inventories, which will help you recognize areas of vulnerability and strengths in your life. Don't skip over these questions. They can provide some valuable insight to help you better understand the details of your particular situation and what it's going to take, really going to take, to see that change. In fact, people who decrease their amount of vulnerabilities or risk factors to pornography often find themselves naturally stronger and more able to stay away from this stuff. What will happen to you as you begin converting vulnerabilities into strengths, one by one? Even if it's still hard to stay away from pornography, you better believe that someone who goes from 10 risk factors down to 6 or 5 or 4 is going to be much more likely to find freedom. Hey, we're excited for you, because more than just simply training for an immediate battle, you're going to be laying the groundwork for a much broader recovery and a much deeper freedom.